A very good morning to all of you. Miss Rita here. In my previous video, I have explained you practice set 1.2. Today we will start with the practice set 1.3. Before I start, I will explain some concept related to practice set 1.3. Let's learn conditional statements and converse. Euclid's postulates theorem. Conditional statements. The statement which can be written in if-then form are called conditional statement. The part of the statement following if is called the antecedent. The part of statement following then is called the consequent. Conditional statement is if a quadrilateral is a rhombus, then its diagonal are perpendicular to each other. In given statement, if you see, I have highlighted statement with two different color. The part of the statement following if is antecedent and it is highlighted with the blue color. The part of the statement following then is consequent and it is highlighted with green color. Student, in given conditional statement, if antecedent and consequent are interchanged, the resulting statement is called the converse of given statement. In maths, converse of a statement that may or may not be true. For example, conditional statement is if a quadrilateral is a rhombus, then its diagonals are perpendicular bisector of each other. And its converse is if the diagonal of a quadrilateral are perpendicular bisector of each other, then it is a rhombus. Here, converse of given statement is also true. Let's take one more example. If a number is a prime number, then it is even or odd. As we know, prime number can be even or odd. The converse of given statement is if a number is even or odd, then it is prime number. As we know, every even or odd number can't be a prime number. So, here converse of given conditional statement is not true. Dear student, in this standard, we are going to look at the subject of geometry with a different point of view, which was originated by Greek mathematician Euclid, who lived in the 3rd century before Christian era. He took for granted some self-evident geometrical statements, which were accepted by all and called them postulate. On the basis of the postulate, some more properties can be proved logically are called theorem. The logical argument to prove a theorem is called its proof. There are two types of proof, direct proof and indirect proof. When we are going to prove that a conditional statement is true, its antecedent is called given part and the consequent is called the part to be proved. Students, let's see some Euclid postulate. First postulate, there are infinite number of lines passing through a point. In figure, you can see through point S, you can draw infinite number of lines. Second postulate, there is one and only one line passing through two given point. In figure, you can see one and only one line passing through point P and Q. Third postulate, you can see in the figure a circle of given radius can be drawn taking any point as its center. Fourth postulate, all right angles are congruent with each other. We know that measurement of right angle is 90 degree. It means all right angles are congruent with each other. Fifth postulate. If two interior angles formed on one side of a transversal of two lines add up to less than two right angles, then the lines produced in that direction intersect each other. Student, in the given figure, if you see line L and line M are two straight lines and line N is a transversal. The sum of angle A and angle B is less than 180 degree. Student, in this chapter we are going to learn theorem. The opposite angles formed by two intersecting lines are of equal measure. Student, you can see the figure over here. Line AB and line CD intersect at the point O. This is our given information, such that AOB and COD is collinear point. So we have to prove over here. First, angle AOC equal to angle BOD. These two are opposite angle. Second, we have to prove angle BOC equal to angle AOD. These two are opposite angle. Proof. First proof is angle AOC plus angle AOD. These two angles, the sum of these two angles is 180 degree. Equation 1, angles in linear pair. Second one, AOD, angle AOD plus angle BOD. These two angles also are in the linear pair equal to 180 degree. Second equation, angles in linear pair. From first and second we get angle AOC plus angle AOD. Angle AOC plus angle AOD equal to angle AOD plus angle BOD. Okay. Now from these two equations we can eliminate angle AOD. Eliminating angle AOD. So what is left? Angle AOC equal to angle BOD. So AOC and BOD, these two angles are equal. Similarly, we can prove angle BOC is equal to angle AOD. Understood? Let's start practice set number 1.3. Question number 1. Write the following statements in if-then form. Here we have to write conditional statement with if-then form. First question is, the opposite angles of a parallelogram are congruent. Its conditional statement is, if a quadrilateral is a parallelogram, then its opposite angles are congruent. Second question is, the diagonals of a rectangle are congruent, and its conditional statement is, if a quadrilateral is a rectangle, then its diagonals are congruent. Third question, in an isosceles triangle, the segment joining the vertex and the midpoint of the base is perpendicular to the base. Its conditional statement is, if a triangle is an isosceles triangle, then the segment joining the vertex and the midpoint of the base is perpendicular to the base. Question number 2. Write converse of the following statement. First question, the alternate angles formed by two parallel lines and the transversal are congruent. Answer is, if alternate angles made by two lines and its transversal are congruent, then the lines are parallel. Already I have told you, converse of given statement may or may not be true. Second question is, if a pair of the interior angles made by a transversal of two lines are supplementary, then the lines are parallel. Converse of given statement is, if two parallel lines are intersected by transversal, then the interior angles so formed are supplementary. Third question is, the diagonal of a rectangle are congruent, and its converse is, if the diagonals of a quadrilateral are congruent, then that quadrilateral is a rectangle. Thank you for watching this video.